I'd want to cast a wider net here, not just the future of mobility, but in general, what does the future look like to you with the power of your invention? And there are other inventions at play as well, but I'd love to hear your viewpoint on how you would want to utilize this, mold the future, contribute towards it in the long term as well.
There is the power generation side. That's really like the first tier to my plan. So I actually have a pyramid that is in my boardroom on my big marker board. And it's a 4-tier pyramid, very reminiscent of Maslow's hierarchy of needs, right? So it starts with power, because really energy, what separates the first world from the third world? Access to cheap energy, right? So why is it the richest people in other countries don't have $1,000 cell phones like some of the poorest people in the US have? It's really the economy of energy on our side that enables that. And so when you solve the energy problem, now you can take that energy and you can, for example, clean the water or produce clean water anywhere in the world, whether it's desalination of the ocean or cleaning of contaminated water sources or just pumping it inland where it needs to be. You can now, with affordable, abundant, and available power, you can have affordable, abundant, and available clean water. And that then spurs the next tier, which is agriculture. And most people don't realize that agriculture produces everything else: medicine, clothing, food, textiles, clothing. Even, for instance, linoleum was invented by a gentleman named George Washington Carver out of linseed or flaxseed. It's an agricultural product. So much of the only thing that's not agricultural that we consume is from a mining product. So it's either mining or agriculture that produces every hard good we consume. And so the ubiquitous abundant power is the foundation of that, meeting those needs. And once you've met those 3 basic needs, now people, the pressure and the pain point are off of people, where you have the opportunity to educate, empower, and enlighten them. So that's the real ultimate objective. Now, in doing that, one of my passion projects is powered exoskeletons and powered implants. So because this motor technology is so light, we are definitely going to have robotics. We're definitely going to have automation, because now I can have a motor that's less than 5% the size and weight. And now we can properly power a robot, whether a large industrial robot or a domestic robot. But moreover, that works great for assistance devices, exoskeletons, powered prosthetics, etc. And so now you can have an Olympic athlete performance out of a replacement limb. Imagine someone who had a knee replacement done. They have to core the femur out to anchor that in there. What if, as part of that system, you put a supercapacitor inside that femur, and now you can wirelessly charge their leg while they're in bed asleep at night, and the next morning that knee can do their therapy. It can do their physical therapy with them, help give them power assists upstairs. Now we're truly cyborg or bionic, right? But think about someone with a disability where they need exoskeleton, and now they can actually have a suit that is powerful and to get them through their daily life. We have powered prosthetics now, but the problem with them is the motors are so weak in order to be light enough to be useful, that you get what's called a contralateral injury, meaning the muscles over here that the motor is replicating, well, the healthy part on the converse side, say a knee, that one really is having to shoulder more load than it should, because this isn't strong enough. And so you get the same injury over on the other, what was the healthy limb, because it's being overworked. And so by getting the performance of these other powered prosthetics back up to equal footing or better than your natural limb, now all of a sudden you avoid those injuries, or you reduce those injuries. And so those are passion projects of mine. Being able to pull your vehicle up anywhere you want and power a work site or a campsite, or plug it in and power your house when the grid's down. Those are all other applications. Really, I want to democratize energy, democratize mobility. And then another passion application for this is because the majority of the motor can be made out of something else other than metal. Now we can ship just the bare components to the moon or to Mars, and then we can mine hydrocarbons or other products off world and print the motors out of those mined materials, and only have to fabricate and launch a minimal amount of that weight. Yeah, so those are some of the future. I would like you to print your motor right in your living. Let's say that you need a new appliance. You could go in and print your appliance. And then when it breaks, you put it in the recycling bin. It goes back off to be reconstituted into the components for the next print, and you can print a fresh one right there. And so those are some of that's getting closer to Star Trek Replicator.
Yeah.
But those are some of the applications I envision.